Well, holy crap, we're back. After a long break, the Boomy Show, Boomy Nation, all of us here. Hello. We are back to have some fun. Enjoy this, episode 79. Or 8, we're not really quite sure.
Oh, just do it. Play the music.
Okay.
It's time for the Boomy Show. But before we go in, do you know the safe word?
Well, that's right, boys and girls. This is the Boomy Show, podcast all about SWTOR and much, much more. Now, get comfy, take your pants off, and enjoy yourself a glass of wine. Because here's your bearded master and host, Boomy.
Hello, my friends. That is correct. We are back. That's right, we're back. The SWTOR black sheep of the community, the class clowns, the leader of the freak show. I am your beautiful bearded host, Boomy. If you haven't heard of me, well, that's probably a good thing. So, yeah. Holy crap balls, my friends. We are back. The hiatus is over. New content's going to be coming out very shortly. And this is just, the podcast has been something I've been doing for over 2 years, and, well, I've been podcasting for far longer than that, probably about 5 years. But, this show, the Boomy Show, this incarnation of it all, is back. We've been going for 2 years, or coming up on 2 years, actually. And I just thought this would be the one that is fitting to bring it all back in, open up all the things, and we're going to talk about some of the crap that I've been up to, why we've taken such a long break, and we've got so much freaking news that this show is pretty much going to be one hell of a news show. However, I will say you probably noticed some new music and some new intro stuff. That was totally not by design. No, it was not. I went to go and hit record and start putting some of the packages together, and somehow, in some weird, mysterious fashion, I am missing all those files. I don't even have it on any of my desktops. They are just gone, sadly. So, that's why I had to go and redo, which is fine. One might argue that, it's been a long time. It's time to, perk some things up a bit. Although with most shows, you kind of keep the feeling, the flavor of it, because, you know, that's a brand. You're branding yourself, and that's why all my endeavors have different sorts of feels to them, because each thing I do, whether it's Java drama, or whether it's playthroughs, or walkthroughs, or just Beatrice's bedtime stories, every single one has their own different brand and flavor to it, because, well, yeah, some people have sticks up their butts and don't like certain things, and some people who are a lot more open-minded. Yeah. I would have to say, though, if you listen to any of my stuff, you'd probably have... Safe words are not in your lexicon to use normally. And this is why a lot of people don't associate with me, because they're like, oh my god, I can't associate with him because he says things that are provocative, and they might trigger people. Oh my god! Well, you know, shut up, Buttercup. It's what it is. I am who I am, and if you don't like me, well, you're lost. Anyways, we're back, like I said. We are back. Instead of doing a whole brand new show, which would have taken way too much time, I guess arguing since I lost all the files, I easily could have. But screw that. First of all, someone else wants to say hello. They haven't said hello in a long time. Hello! Beatrice, how you doing? I'm doing great. It's nice to be back in here in a nicely cleaned studio where there's no smells and the lube is put away in the vat where it belongs. That's very true. What have you been doing during this break? Oh, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Tidying things up, categorizing all my toys. Because, you know, when you have as much as I do, you have to keep them organized. You never know what you might need, and if you can't find it, ooh, that's just a bad night right there. And that is very Very true. Very true. I mean, you should have your own show on something that has to do with organizing those things.
Well, I should. I'd go to CBS, but right now they're too busy screwing the whole Star Trek franchise.
Well, that is very true. Discovery is a horrible piece of crap.
Oh, right, Gene Roddenberry, good lord. You know, I like my man to be stiff, but that man right there is rolling over in his grave.
That is true. That is true. But this is not a Star Trek show. Because my nerdness goes there, but I don't have enough nerdness to do a whole show about it, and I don't have that type of time. So, but I'm glad you were having fun. Jeb, what have you been up to?
Drinking.
Okay, that's good.
You gotta drink it these days. I mean, holy shit, look at all the snowflakes and buttercups out there being dumbasses.
Well, this is not a political show. We were going to do a podcast like that, but I don't have time. So, I don't have the time a day to do that. I barely have enough time to do the crap that I want to do now, and I just like focusing on this show. And you know what? It is what it is. But, anyways, Deckard, hello. How are you? I'm doing well. How are you, my friend? I'm good. You kind of sound like a horse. The Haradrim Square. Okay, why are you naked? It's because naked podcasting is the best podcasting in the world. What's a podcasting? Shut up. Whatever. Goodbye. I'm gonna kill some butterflies. Anyways, my friends, hello. I love you. Thank you guys so much. I've gotten some very encouraging emails and DMs and just, tons of stuff. This was just a break that just sort of kind of happened. I kind of knew that it was going ahead that we would have a break on this one. So let's dive into why there was a break, and then we'll dive into all the other stuff. So why was there a break? The content break. I am horrible at time management, especially when it comes to the creativity side of me, and my brain never stops working, which means it gives me a whole bunch of stuff that it wants to work on, and I only have a finite amount of time to work on it. So I literally was getting so overwhelmed with everything I wanted to do, and I was getting kind of like down on myself because there's so many things I wanted to do that I had announced I were going to do, but then I just never ended up doing it, and I hate not being able to follow through on things.
Oh, I hate a man that can't follow through.
Right. So I decided that, okay, I need to just stop. I need to look at my giant table filled with papers and things printed out with either new show ideas, content creation ideas, things I want to do. And one of the things I wanted to do that was lagging behind a little bit was the YouTube channel, Boomy Nation on the YouTubes. And that was something that I felt wasn't getting enough play. And I got to the point where, especially with streaming on Twitch, that I was getting so busy that I just wanted time for me to just play and unwind. And I love everyone. I love the community that has been growing on my Twitch channel and that I have within the YouTube Nation. I have on the Twitters. I love you guys to death. You're like family. You're some of my best friends, man. And I just I felt like it was time to focus more on YouTube. I think for me, YouTube, I'm able to control time a lot better. And I kind of feel like I'm able to use my creativity and the weird ass mind that God has given me to really let that flourish and come out and bring all my weirdness to full muster and really get involved more than I have been. And I'm pretty involved in the SWTOR community, but just really add more to it. And one of the things I love the most is being able to interact with you guys and then have people who either haven't played SWTOR or haven't played in a long time come back and go like, man, you really stroked that passion inside me.
Oh, you said stroke?
That passion inside me to play again. And I love that stuff. I love being able to show the people the passion I have for whatever game I'm playing and are doing whatnot, and having people get excited about that. I love that stuff. That's what our jobs is, whether we're influencers, whether this is how I look at it. If we're podcasters, if we're content creators within a certain gaming community, like for us, SWTOR, we have the Bad Feeling Podcast guys, Passionately Casual, Carillion Run, we have SWTOR Central. There's a lot of us out there, and I kind of see us as not only leaders within our community, but as ambassadors. We are the front lines people who go out there and show you what's going on and what's happening, because not a lot of people, either people are too scared to turn on a microphone and just let their mouths run, and because, it's the internet, so people will be douchebags. It'll happen. I've run into them a lot, but you just have to have a thick skin in this business. Most of the people I run into just have no idea how to handle me, so it is what it is, and for that, I don't blame them. But we are not only, we're like the secondary community manager mouthpieces. We come, we deliver messages, and we give our takes on it, and a lot of times we have a big responsibility in that, because a lot of people will listen to us and we'll take what we say, and that'll add that to the lens upon which how they look at a game. With all that said, I thought it was a good idea to start really branching out, because in life, if you're not growing, you're dying. You have to continue to grow. And I have been very excited to see how this podcast has grown. I think our peak was about 10,000 downloads a month. We've dropped down considerably, and I'll be transparent about that, because a lot of it is my consistency has gone to shit. Just because real life kicking my ass and work and all that stuff, so I take full responsibility on that one. And so consistency is something I need to work on, and especially with not putting out so many things in my mind that I want to do, to where I get so overwhelmed, I just need to go to full introvert hobbit mode or hermit mode and just turn off. I can't. I just can't. I can't even right now. So that's where I found myself. And so I thought, I sat down going thinking, I need to grow, I need to do more. So I decided to go into video editing. Audio editing, I know pretty damn well. I love it. And video editing is, they're like the same basic fundamentals in it. You're just dealing, instead of, let's call audio, you're dealing with a regular combustion engine. I'm not a car guy, so don't talk to me about car stuff. I have no freaking clue. But when you come to editing and stuff like that, consider audio editing kind of like working on your basic car engine. When it comes to video editing, however, it's kind of like you're working on an engine for a car, but it's a diesel engine. The same principles are there, but there's different things here and there for you to tweak with. And so I needed to take time to, one, find a software I really like and enjoy using, and two, learn that software, and then go in and figure out which other softwares I need to use, like Open Broadcaster. So I'm using OBS Studio for my recording of all my video stuff, because it's so much better. And then I have Blender, which I forgot what the hell Blender does. It's like, wait, what the fuck does Blender do? Oh yeah, Blender, duh. That's for my intros and animation stuff. Had to learn that a bit for the new intro stuff for this YouTube channel. And I'm using Resolve for all my video editing needs, and of course Audacity for all my audio stuff as well. So I had to take time, learn all that, and then I found my birth family. So that was the thing, and I'm going to do a whole completely different episode about that. A lot of people have been reaching out and wanted to know more about that, which it's, all good things. It's just a lot to process, and so I wanted to get content going a lot earlier, but then that happened, and so my brain was complete mush. And it just, so there's been a lot happening, and like I said, you're either growing or you're dying. And I think when you're doing content creation as a content creator, whether it's podcasting or YouTubing, or what have you, whether you're streaming or whatnot, you have to constantly be thinking about ways to grow your brand, ways to reach out to the community. And there is that money thing in the background, to where a lot of us would love to do this sort of stuff for a living. And, it just came down to the fact of, where do I have a better chance of doing this? Being able to do that. Was it on Twitch or is it on YouTube? Right now, I think both, to be honest with you. But Twitch is going to have to take a back seat until I get everything up and running smoothly for the Boomy Nation YouTube channel. So for all my streaming friends out there, we will come back. I'll figure that out later. But right now, YouTube is going to take front stage at this moment, with the podcast, of course. This is how it's going to be. But we are back, and my goodness, my friends, there is so much news right now. Server merges. What? The fall roadmap going up from 5.5 to 5.6 in SWTOR. But we'll talk about that because, you know, we have to do the ubiquitous my time in game, which is how every gaming podcast does it. Like, how you been? Well, this is how I've been. So, my time in game, holy shit, the glitch that should not have been, but was. And really, to be honest with you, I honestly believe that the glitch that happened, if you're not familiar with the glitch in SWTOR, there's a glitch made the CXP, the command experience that you get with the new Galactic Command Table thing that brought forward in 5.0, I think 5.0, I believe, if memory serves. Yeah, so there is a glitch that happened that increased, like, stupidly significantly how much command XP you get on certain dailies, like Yavin 4, the Zerkas, something or others, brothels, den mothers, boobs, place of robots. You get tons of crap like there. So instead of getting like your 75 or 150 CXP, you're getting over 1,000 CXP. Now, although when it happened, we were also doing the 200% more on the CXP. Plus, if you add in your CXP boost to that, and if you have all your legacy CXP stuff unlocked, you're making about per mission a little over 3,000 CXP. So you're making over about a level each quest you turn in. So that was popping. It's so freaking amazing to see so many people in older zones. That it was just like this. I honestly believe that this is the glitch that saved the game. I really believe that, because you got to see so many people. So many people got excited to start playing again, to get in there and just do something that we all kind of felt was one hell of a freaking grind. Even with them increasing some of the CXP levels for stuff, it still felt like one hell of a grind. So within a couple weeks, I got my warrior main. She got up to CXP rank 300, and I was very happy with that. I got her, and right now I'm working on my Jedi Sentinel, and she is, I think, at 125 right now. I just started her maybe like 2 weeks ago, something like that. So trudging along there, and I'm very happy. I kind of want to have, you know, some tune on both factions that are relatively the same, that I can just jump in and start playing with, and who are around the same level when it comes to gear and whatnot, so that I'm not falling too behind, especially if we do stuff within our beautiful alliance, our beautiful guild, the Unholy Alliance, and a Wookiee with 2 E's mistake. I just want to be able to go and have some fun and do some operations with some friends. So yeah, I've been enjoying that glitch. That's pretty much what I've been doing. I have not the biggest major announcement in the world. If you follow me on Twitter, you probably know what's happening here. I have left World of Warcraft. I'm not for good per se. It's just one of those things to where there's things I want to pay for in the future, like, you know, buying a new house, and just some other stuff coming up the road that I really just I couldn't really justify holding 2 subs, let alone one that I just barely played, because I felt so far behind in World of Warcraft that I'm just like, why the hell am I playing this? I don't even know what the hell's going on right now, which sucks because I still love the game. I still think about it constantly, but it just came down to, what do I play more? What am I more invested in? So it came down to SWTOR was that thing. And so SWTOR went out. Yay, SWTOR! So this show is primarily only going to be SWTOR, Star Wars The Old Republic, and, you know, I'll of course talk about any other game I might be playing at the time. But that's where that's going to be. So I think with World of Warcraft, as far as that is concerned, we're probably just going to I'm going to wait till the new expansion, till I hear what the new expansion is going to be, and I really feel like I need to start at the beginning with them. And so once things settle down here, once money becomes, you know, I'm not like, oh, I gotta save all the things just in case, I will get back in. So, and we'll hear about the new expansion at BlizzCon coming up in November, which is not that far away. I kind of think we're going to the South Seas on this one. But yeah, what an expansion to miss out on. Legion, what an expansion to miss out on. But yet, somehow I used my free year of WoW on the expansion I hated the most, and barely ever played. Irony on that one. If I can just go back in time and go like, don't use your free year of WoW. Use it for Legion. What's Legion? Just go with me on this, man. God, your beard looks sexy. I thank you. Whoa. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I've been doing outside of getting things set up for the YouTubes. There's still more stuff I'm going to be working on, especially with like graphic stuff and whatnot behind the scenes that I'll be working on there as well. So consistency will be better than it has been, but I need to find my groove when it comes to being able to release things. And there's a lot of things I do want to start releasing, but I want to be far better organized at it and more responsible with it, instead of going, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, and then like, oh my god, I don't want to do anything. So that's where we are. So let's get to the news. There's a lot to talk about it. There's a lot to talk about. Oh my gosh. And yeah, let's do this.
Now, an Imperial News Network report.
Command codes verified.
You heroes are a sight for sore eyes.
Don't worry, loves. Cavalry's here.
Sith Empire has returned. Welcome home.
That's right, my friends. It's the news time. My goodness, my friends in the SWTOR world. Holy butt monkey Batman. It has finally come. What we have been predicting for years, and what some people, especially the one person on Jungma, has been searching for, outside of, you know, their only friend is Wilson Volleyball, and the servers are merging. So they're going to go from 17 they're going to go from 17 servers down to 5 super servers. I really want to see what these things look like. Something else I think they should do is World of Warcraft's done this before, where they retire a server blade, they auction it off, and the money goes to charity. So I think that's something that SWTOR should do. So let's get into the meat of this thing. They just announced this. And this is going to come on November 8th, 2017, and it's titled The United Forces Update. Boom, boom, boom. One of the things they're trying to do is, I think behind the scenes, they know that there are some dead servers out there, like Jungma especially. I don't know about the other ones. There's a lot out there. But then you have your high pop servers like Jedi Covenant, the Harbinger, and Shadowlands out there. Hey, a lot of friends of mine also play on Shadowlands as well, so I'm going to assume there's a lot of people there. I have a tune there. She's like 5 years old. No, not 5 years. She's level 5 and hasn't done much because I got bored when the Harbinger decided to break. But I digress. But here we go. We got the United Forces coming, and the biggest thing on this one is they probably realize, shit, we need to get a lot of these people together. And since we are already trying to focus on going back to more of an MMO style outside of just purely driven first-person type of crap that they did with the launch of, you know, all this Kotet crap. Another thing behind it was, you know what, this would be a perfect way if we merged all these servers together into 5 giant servers. We'll have more people to interact with, more people to group with, and that is nothing but a positive thing. And I will agree wholeheartedly, that is a giant positive thing. I think this is a very good refresh for this game. I haven't heard too many people poo-poo about it yet. I'm hearing mainly only positive things about it. I ran a poll on Twitter about it and got nothing but either it was about time or this is amazing. I am excited. Bring it all. And I think it's good. So there's a few things we need to talk about though, like what to expect from this United Forces update. So bear with us as we get into the nit and grit of this. And enjoy. One of the things they said is the United Forces update expands your connection to a galactic-sized community of players. We will be integrating our existing 17 servers to 5 new servers, 1 for each existing region and language. Our goal is to make this experience as simple and rewarding as possible. They're also saying once the patch goes live, the United Forces go live, they will also be offering new rewards for reconnecting with friends and guildmates in Star Wars. They say just log in and play between November 8th and November 27th, because November 8th is when it all goes live. But we'll talk about other dates, about what we should all expect, about what's going to be happening soon behind the scenes for them to prepare for this. But you get a couple rewards, so this is simply log in to play and get the new Mini Mogul. So if you've ever played Garaga's Palace, you know the spider machine with the hut inside it with the bell cap. Yeah, you're going to get that mini pet. Some of the other rewards are going to be earn the merciless Darth Hexic companion when you complete 3 PvE or 3 PvP missions through Group Finder. By by the November 27th deadline. So that's cool. We get another companion. Yay, we'll just add that to the giant basket of companions. It said also, plus unlock the new United Forces Group Recon achievement when you complete 3 of the PvP or PvE group finder activities, and get the new United Forces Warzone Recon achievement when you also complete 3 of the PvP matches through Group Finder. So I think that's gonna be pretty easy to do, and especially when you have this many people coming into one place. That's one of the things they're really looking forward to and hoping happens, is that not only will your wait time for these for Group Finder to really be reduced dramatically, but just, you know, be easier to group up with people and have some freaking fun. They're also saying, finally, once United Forces goes live, you'll also get double rewards, double XP, double command XP, and much more through the 14th of November. So we got these mergers coming. The mergers are coming. Everyone's getting ready to move. So they're getting ready to move. So what are we going to, what do we have to look forward to? What's going to happen? What are the steps that are going forth from here? So October 10th, which is going to be game update 5.5, they're going to start laying behind the scenes foundation stuff. So this is pretty much the pouring the foundation for the new servers and the structural changes that they're going to need to support the United Forces update. And so there's a lot of technical stuff behind the scenes that they have to lay the groundwork for everything to work. So October 10th, that's going to happen. October 24th, they're going to have the United Forces formation. On this day, they say the game will be unavailable for an extended time, so pretty much just be prepared on October 24th just not to be playing SWTOR that day. I think it's going to go a lot longer than 6 hours, longer than 8 hours. I think we're going to be looking around 12, because there's going to probably be a lot of variables stuck in this one that are probably unforeseen right now. Everyone's hoping for a smooth transition, but they're going to be starting to move everything over behind the scenes, your characters, guilds, legacies, all this stuff over to the new servers. Now, you'll still be able to play your tunes on the old servers until they click it to go live, and everyone's back on your brand new servers. But November 8th, that's when United Forces, that's when she is going to go live. So expect a lot of hiccups that day. Please prepare thyself now. Don't get so excited. We can hope and pray for it to be smooth as cray-cray, but anyone who's played MMOs at all for any length period of time, and who has gone through whether they be expansion launch days or you have new server stuff going on, we know there's something stupid's going to happen, and so just be prepared for that. I think a lot of people are excited to see what's going to happen. I think some people also are kind of bummed out because they're, you know, when you've been on a server, like for me, I've been on the Harbinger for forever. I started on Jedi Covenant, but you've been on, you know, where are you from? The Harbinger. Oh yeah, what server are you going to be on now? The Hot Prospect.
What the hell?
I know.
It's like a Hot Pocket, right?
Well, Hot Pocket, it should be called the Hot Pocket. But that's all Eric Musco's fault. The Hot Prospect. What a name. Yay, they really should. One of the things I think they really should have done was put a contest out and to vote for the 5 best names people could come up with. Beatrice came up with some interesting names for what the server should be called. A lot of them we can't say on air, but she did. So those are things you're looking for. So your dates are October 10th. They're laying the foundation. October 24th, they're moving everything over. And November 8th is when they will, when all the things will be, when they will flick the switch and hopefully everything will work. That will be fun. But with the server stuff, a lot of people are like, well, what's going to happen? I don't know. I'm so scared. And they're like, well, we're glad you asked those questions in your mind, and we're going to shoot those before you shoot us. So thanks, man. I said, you know, why the big change? Like we said in the beginning, you know, they wanted to bring everyone over to play together, you know, have it one big giant happy family just kicking some robot butt together. On the other side, we also know there are some servers that are really hurting, like our poor friend over there at Jungma, who's by himself and his only company are robots, and we all know what can happen when that happens.
And it happened to my brother once. Oh, my God.
So yeah, that's one of the things. But like I said, they want to bring people together, just to have an easier time with group finder, especially in GFS, and with all your PvP stuff, and you know, just to have fun together, grouping up with whether you're their friends or they're new people you've never grouped up with before, and just, you know, bringing the galaxy together, man, for just one big awesome party. It'd be great. It'd be awesome. Say, what will my new server be? Well, like we said, we'll put it up here. Like we talked about, your character is going to be brought over to the new server. But one of the big things is like, okay, you're moving my toon over. What's going to happen? I'm scared. Will I be able to keep my name? What's happening? Well, they address this, and it says, this is our intent that the process will have very little impact on you or your account. Since character names must be unique on the server, it is possible that when we create the new United Forces servers, you may need to rename your character. And there's a couple things there, like when we name our character, that's like something really personal to us. Well, sometimes some people are like, my character's name is Valen's Bags of Fun. That might not be as personal, but a lot of us, we name our character, and that character we've been playing for a long time, and that's their name. And you just really hope and pray that someone on some other server doesn't have that same name. But there are a few things you need to know about before that goes into effect, and whether or not you need to be worried. I don't think I need to be worried on any of my tunes, but there's there. So if you are a subscriber or premium player, not much for us to have to worry about, since we get priority over the plebeians, or I'm sorry, over the lower class. Nope, sorry, over the people. I'm joking. Over people who are preferred players or people who are just free to play players in that regard. So our names, we get first priority. So say your name is Rumple Foreskin Farts a Lot, and there happens to also be Rumple Foreskin Farts a Lot on, say, another server, and your two servers are coming together on, say, the Hot Prospect. If you're a subscriber and they are not, you get to keep your name. They do not get to keep their name. So that is a good thing right there. Also, if you have characters that are highly played, you play these a lot, and so they have records for how long you played this certain character over other characters, that will also have priority over, say, someone who has the same name but doesn't really play that character too much. And on that one, they're going to start deleting names and probably deleting characters. Well, deleting names. They didn't say anything about deleting characters. Sorry. I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm just so sorry. They're going to, any character that you haven't played more than 90 days, they're going to wipe that name so that there can be room for people who might have that name but play a lot more on their character that bears that name. So if you really like the names on some of your tunes that are like over level 10, because it's going to affect the level 10 characters, get them to level 11 and just log into them and just play a little bit on them. If you really like that name, do some work on that character right now. For guilds, a lot of people had questions like, what's going to happen with the guilds? United Forces Galaxy will have no impact on your guild bank, achievements, or strongholds. They said, while all legacy family trees will reset during the update, for most players there will be minimal impact on your legacy. So, you know, people are like, well, what's going to happen to my characters, man? And I'm so scared. Well, like I said, currently a premium subscriber account is allowed a maximum of 52 characters per server, which, personally for me, I don't got time for that crap. I barely have time for the 15 I have. Who's got time for 52 characters? They said, following the United Forces update, accounts with more than 52 characters on the server will be accommodated. You will still be able to access and play each of these characters. However, they say if you wish to make new characters after that point, you will need to delete characters until you are back at or below the cap of 50. Unfortunately, for our free-to-play players, this process will work a little differently. They said, following the United Forces update, if your account has characters beyond the free-to-play limit of 2, which I completely, totally think is bullshit, to be honest with you. I think at least give them 5, or give them 8. Let them be able to play all 8 of the classes, the class stories. I think 2 is just bullshit. I'm sorry, that's a big thing on mine. I think when it comes to free-to-play, SWTOR, it's not the best. Star Trek Online, I think, is one of the best free-to-play options out there. Coming in close second is probably Lord of the Rings Online. But yes, free-to-play accounts, you will be stuck at your limit of 2. Then all your characters will be set to deactivated. I'm sorry. If your account has characters beyond the free-to-play limit of 2, then all your characters will be set to deactivated. This allows you to log in and choose which characters you would like to activate and play. Fun. Like we said, we already talked about characters' name. Your friends list. Ignore list. Your friends list will stay. Your ignore list will also stay, so you don't have to worry about that. One thing I thought is interesting, and someone who plays the GTN a lot, is, you know, the thought of, well, what the hell's going to happen with the GTN stuff? How's that going to work? So your listings will not be affected by the United Forces update. However, what you're going to find is that you're going to see a lot. You're taking like the Harbinger GTN and the Jedi Covenant GTN and putting them together. So be prepared to see prices drop or skyrocket, depending on what it is you're trying to sell. So you're going to get more, it's supply and demand, right? So you're getting more people with more of the same supply that you might be selling. So be prepared for what you say you're selling a black and red die for 60K a pop. Once this merge happens, be prepared for that to drop dramatically. It might not, but be prepared for it to do so. And if you play the GTN a lot like I do, it's time to start thinking up of new strategies on how to stay the wealthy billionaires that we are. Your stamp for your appearance designer, your stamped appearances will not be affected by the United Forces update. All your appearances will remain in place following the update. If you are worried about character transfers, they say everything's going to be good to go until October 24th, to which they will turn off character transfers. And yesterday in the live stream, they talked about how they're talking about what prices they're going to set, because I think some people are going to want to transfer over to one of the 5 new servers than what the one they might say they're on the hot prospect. They might want to fly over to another one to where their friends are. So this is going to be there's a lot of new things coming that I don't think people are expecting. And so one of the things though that someone did bring up, I think on Reddit, was how guild members limit has not been increased, which I think it should be, especially if you're going to get a lot of new people over. And yeah, and especially when it comes to guild and guild names, one of the things they did say was that you say you have the Unholy Alliance on the Harbinger, but there's also Unholy Alliance on Jedi Cov. So on the new server, those 2 servers, which are not, Jedi Covenant is going to a different server than what the Harbinger is going to. But say they are going on to the same server, you're going to have Unholy Alliance, the Harbinger, and then you're going to have Unholy Alliance, Jedi Covenant. So it'll let you know. So, but if one guild dies out or whatnot, and they just switch their name, and then the Unholy Alliance on the Harbinger will just go back to the Unholy Alliance. Yeah, it's the whole thing. You're kind of like tracing family trees. What's going on here? Connect the dots. Like I said, there's a lot going on. Legacy is a big thing too. People are asking questions about that. Says legacy names are not unique. You will not lose a legacy name as part of this process. So that's awesome. Yay. Legacy unlocks are completely unaffected. Yay. Legacy currencies. Any legacy-wide currencies such as command tokens are not affected. If you have more than one legacy, you will combine these currencies together in your new legacy. If this combination would push you over the cap, we will still grant you the currency. However, you will be unable to earn any more of that specific currency until you fall below cap. Your legacy bank contents are also not affected. Yay! Achievements. All completed achievements will remain intact. So a lot of things that we're worried about, they've thought ahead about. They've been planning this for a long time, and you have to think about something like this for a long time. But it seems like what they're looking for is a seamless, smooth transition, so things will not be affected. Like your strongholds and your decos will not be affected by this either. Your reputation will also not be affected. Your family tree will be reset. However, during the Force Awakens United Forces update, after update, you will have the ability to reassign affiliations freely. I don't really play with that too often, but it is kind of fun to play with when you're dicking around and you're just waiting for GSF to pop. Your cartel market item stashes, current cap of 500 items will remain in place. That's nice. See if the United Forces update will cause there to be more than 500 items in your stash. Those items can be found in your item stash. However, you'll be unable to add any items to your stash until you go under the 500 cap. What will happen to our guild? Like we just talked about that. So nothing really to worry about with your guild. However, they're not increasing the cap for that, which is sad. And ranked season 9 is not going to be a thing. So I hope that clarifies some stuff. I'm looking forward to it. I want to hear your thoughts about it, so comments below about that, or just DM me and we'll talk about it. We'll see what's going on there. So thank you. We'll see you on the flip side. Yeah. So yes, let's get to this as well. It's going to be a long episode, my friends. A long episode indeed. We have coming up, or what just came out is, well, it dropped a couple days ago, so we're talking about it now. Sue me. The roadmap for fall just came out, and we're going to explore this sucker in depth. There's some stuff coming on. One of the big things coming on is we have server merges that are happening. Yay! Server merges are coming. Let's talk about game direction. They said over the past several months, we delivered the first 2 boss encounters of a new operation. Gods for the Machine. Brought back companions, made huge changes to improve the balance across our classes, and nerfed the shit out of all you healers out there. Deployed 2 new galactic strongholds. Yeah, the Manon stronghold. I think it failed miserably. I don't know, that's just me. For me, I think the Manon stronghold had so much potential that they just missed out on. I haven't done the train thing because I'm not in the grindy mode. Plus CXP stuff is still going on. So I don't got time. Man. Maybe you guys do. I don't got time. Deploy 2 new galactic strongholds. Revive the Nar Shaddaa. When they say revive the Nar Shaddaa nightlife, I would like to know what they mean by revive outside of they brought it back, because they really need to do a bit more on reinvigorating that event. They need to do a lot of things when it comes to events, eh? Am I right? And most recently revealed a traitor in your alliance through the new Flashpoint. Baron Sean, you're a dick. We're also made quite a few quality of life improvements, added new character and legacy perks, increasing the ease of gaining influence with your companions and enabling the ability to summon your companion while moving. I like to be able to summon my companion while getting my ass kicked because I forgot to have my companion out. Just saying, I think that needs to be a thing. Said also, based on the feedback we've seen on our forums, fan sites, and social channels, we still have lots more to deliver, which is good. That's great. I'm glad that they're listening. I think a lot of the things that are happening, that are coming, is because they have started listening to us, the fan base, and that is good. You want that from a developer gaming company. You want them to actually listen to their fans, the people who pay them the money to make the damn game. That's a good thing. November 28th, following the United Forces update, we are going to release our biggest multiplayer update of the year. We got something for everyone. If you like story-driven Star Wars style battles, you can jump into a new Flashpoint. A traitor among the Chiss. I like that they're starting out with that they're flashpoints. I like that. That gets people into flashpoints, and that's a really good way to deliver story. Said if you like blasters blazing big boss battles, get ready to face Nahat, the 3rd boss encounter in the God from the Machine operation. So one of the things they said, when they first came out with, we're going to release these operations monthly or whatnot, this is what's going to happen. Well, what they found is a lot of people on the PTS, I can neither confirm nor deny that I'm on the PTS, that they're giving so much information that they're really trying to tweak these boxes to be perfect for us to be able to go down and smash our keyboards against. So they've been holding back on the bosses just so they can make sure the polish is perfect. And I think that's fine. Why bring out a broken boss that's way too damn easy and then get complaints about it when you can hold back and make sure that this boss is something that the community is really going to enjoy, especially the ops community. So for those looking for dogfighting space, and this is something I think I talked about on my show a long time ago, because we're getting a new GFS map and it's going to be us dogfighting over Iocath. And this is something I think they should have done for when we were having battles over that one planet that's perpetually in Voss. There you go, in Voss. I don't know why, but Voss reminds me of Harry Potter. Just go with me on this one. But I think they should have done that for that one. I think it'd be a very smart thing to do whenever you start introducing something. Is you not only just introduce story, but you integrate everything from regular PvP war zones to GFS fighting and dying in the sky You need to integrate that into everything. But like I said, their dev team, they get focused on one thing and then everything else falls to shit. That said, also, plus the update will include a multiple of additional features. My favorites, this person says, include an enhanced group finder that makes grouping up quick and easy. Yay! Legacy bank improvements, a means of boosting a character to level 70, and some cool United Forces rewards. It said we are hard on work on features planned for early 2018. Including overhauling the conquest system with a stronger focus on daily activities and giving all guilds and players access to some great rewards. That's awesome. That's cool. Story and companions in our most recent Crisis on Umbara update 5.4, for those of you who aren't following, players face a deadly decision for your alliance as you were forced to track down the douchebag Theron Sean. They didn't say that, I'm just adding my own stuff. There's been lots of speculation about why this has happened, why anyone would betray the Alliance, and how we could allow such a horrible situation to occur. Okay, we all know that he's playing double, triple agent on this one. The writing was good, but it wasn't that good to the point where we're sitting here not sure what the hell's going to happen. Let's be honest there. Was I shocked to crap when I found out it was Theron Sean? I read all the leaked stuff, so it's what it is. Yeah, I was looking forward to seeing Twitter explode, and it didn't explode. It didn't, because I know there are a lot of Theron Sean lovers out there. And like, why couldn't it have been Lana? Like, there was one person, another creator of content, who said that they would have liked to have seen for Jedi for light side, or I'm sorry, for pub side, that it would have been Theron Sean or Lana Beniko, and for Imperial side it would have been, let's say, like it is, Theron Sean. To which I'm like, that makes no sense whatsoever. No. No, that doesn't make sense. From a story perspective, you're trying to go down one narrative, you can't have it split off in two different things. You have to have it, okay, this one person's going to betray. Because if you are the, Alliance commander, where both Imperial and pub sides come together to follow you, you can't have it to where when you're playing one faction, this one person betrays you. When you play another faction, a different person betrays you. Honestly, you can't have it that way. From someone who writes and someone who puts together plot lines, doing it that way just becomes so convoluted and so messy, it doesn't make sense whatsoever. So that's my 2 cents on that one. It says, we know how impactful this has been on you, so perhaps knowing the story transitions to the Chiss on the planet Copero will give you a bit of an insight as to what may happen on November 28th in A Traitor Among the Chiss in 5.6. Although I won't reveal this is Keith talking, I won't reveal where things are going after that, I can confirm that the thrilling conclusion to this chapter of the story is coming early next year on a planet you probably wouldn't expect to return to. I'm gonna say it's Hoth. I'm telling you, it's Hoth. Come on, it's the Chiss, right? Where have we really encountered the Chiss most of all? On Hoth. We're going to Hoth, and I am saying it right now here. Hoth will be a stronghold. I want Hoth to have a stronghold on Hoth so freaking bad, you have no stinking idea how bad I want it to be there. Said we also know companions make this game feel totally different while pulling on your emotions and making conversations exciting, frustrating, and extremely entertaining. We've given you the ability to customize many of them, including Theron, Lana, Shay, Koth, and Senya. Hello, Cougar. While at the same time change how some interact with you. We continue to discuss ways of reintroducing the original companions, which, by the by, Charles Boyd hinted at and said that they are actively working on bringing back some of these companions, and 2 of them, Kira, which a lot of people in the fan base have been asking for, Kira and Darkside Jaisa. I've got a lot of things I need to say to Jaisa Williams. I'm just saying right now, bitch, please. Come on, we got a lot to talk about. I love you. 5 years later. I hate you, you're gone, you're dead to me. But wait, you can feel Force users from like billions of miles away, but yet somehow you didn't feel me, your husband? Sorry, I'm bitter about it, and I'm talked to my doctor about it, and she said that I just need to start drinking more. Just saying. Galactic Command, stuff that's coming since its introduction back with Knights of the Eternal Throne. Ranking through Galactic Command and upgrading your gear has remained controversial. That would be putting it lightly. We've made substantial improvements such as adding gear tokens in ops, increasing command XP throughout the game. Not enough, but then the glitch happened. Yay, glitch! Improved the drop rate for higher level gear, eliminated green drops for tier 4, added set bonuses stats to prototype tier 4 blue gear, allowed you to purchase a full tier 1 bonus set with command tokens, and enabled the ability to directly upgrade your gear with unassembled components. But these are some additional changes that they're going to make because we talked about it and the glitch happened. So, yay, go glitch, the glitch of awesome. Galactic crate content improvements. They said we're going to add another slot in each crate that, no matter what tier you are in, grants a small chance to receive a higher tier mod enhancement, grand chance cube, CXP buff, or CXP consumable. Legacy perk. For each character that reaches command rank 300, we will automatically add an additional 25% bonus CXP to your entire legacy, up to a maximum of 100%. That's freaking awesome. You do not need to purchase the initial 25% perk, but the additional 75% will be free. I'm sorry, you do need to purchase the initial 25% perk, but like they said, the additional 75% will be free. And yes, this perk is retroactive, so you will immediately benefit once we deliver United Forces Foundation. Yeah, baby. Remember, October 10th. CXP for all areas of the game is in review. It says, as some players experience with the planetary daily areas, increased CXP makes us much happier. And not only that, I think, it's not just the CXP boost that we're getting makes us happier. I think it also makes us happier to see people, just to see people playing in older areas that we haven't played in years. I think that's another big thing. It's an MMO. We like to see other people playing. So we can steal the nodes from them. Come on, duh. Says, as some players experience with the planetary daily areas, increased CXP makes us much happier, he says. So that's our plan for all areas throughout the game, and will coincide with a Traitor Among the Chiss update. Also with Traitor Among the Chiss, we're changing how Disintegrate works. Instead of receiving more CXP, which I kind of like, we will provide you with unassembled components for armor and weapons. In addition, you can also send those components to any character in your legacy, as we're changing these to be legacy-bound consumables. Yay! Operations, like we talked about recently, we will continue to use our public test server to get your feedback on the boss encounter. We are in the process of finalizing Nut, the son of Shadow. Because they're so fat, they are their own shadow. Who has new mechanics in the fight? New mechanics that will make this fight very entertaining for everyone, yet very challenging. Well, that's nice of you. I'm very nice. I like it. I like it to be very challenging. Very nice. It said also next month we'll begin testing our 4th boss encounter, Chiva, who will also deliver new mechanics to give progression groups a major challenge and run for their money, while getting them ready for the final boss encounter with Isaac. Oh, we're going after Isaac. He's back and he's pissed. You took his hair. That also beginning with the United Forces Foundation will begin to include unassembled components as rewards for Master Mode Operation boss encounters. This will allow players who gather enough components to directly upgrade their tier gear pieces. Yay! More class balancing coming, so prepare to the nerf bat, you're going to get hit. PvP, starting with the United Forces Foundation, we are increasing Bolster to 242 for non-ranked Warzone and arenas, thank you, which doesn't remove the gear chase, but gives everyone a fighting chance. I don't know how I feel about that yet. I'm on both sides of the fence on that one. I dabble in PvP, and I know I suck. And the bolster is nice for people who suck. I mean, it's really nice to get in there, but I think it also detracts from really, if you're serious about PvP, about grinding out the gear that so you can be better. But at the same time, they're right. It gives other people a fighting chance. Because sometimes you get burnt out when you've died repeatedly so many times. That just becomes a thing where you just don't want to go through that crap anymore. I get that. Let's see, quality of life. As a reminder, quality of life is a term we use to reference improvements we make to enhance your gameplay experience because the shit we had beforehand just sucked. Improvements include changes to existing game systems, improvements to the user interface, simplifying ways to do things in game, increasing the speed of mounts, adding legacy perks, and more. They say a cool change we're delivering with a Traitor Among the Chiss is the ability to add credits to your legacy bank. Yay! I mean, I'm from World of Warcraft, where we are very used to having tons of tunes, and one of them is our bank tune, where we keep most of the stuff we want to sell and most of our money. So I have that in SWTOR, Bank of Boomy. She's my baby. She holds most of the millions that I have in credits. So this should be interesting. It'll help with, when you create a new toon, you have to go over to your banker toon and send over, this many amount of credits to unlock certain things and make sure they're up to a running start. I mean, that part is a bit bothersome because I swear whenever I start a new toon, it takes me about a good hour to get that toon set up. Whether it's sending money over, getting all that toon's legacy stuff up, getting them outfitted correctly and how I want them to look, weapons and color crystals. It's a process. It's a process, and that I take very seriously, because any toon I create, it's an investment, right? And you want this toon, whether it's male or female, to look good and look how you want that toon to look. Just saying. It says you will retain the ability to have credits on your character, so this will work very similar to how you use your guild bank. But it's for all your legacy characters. After reviewing your feedback, we decided to limit currency changes to credits and unassembled components, as those provide the most positive, impactful change. And they gave us also the schedule and what we are to look forward to, so we're going to go over this really quickly. We've talked about it in depth in the last 2 segments of this thing right here, but we're going to talk about, here's the schedule. It says New York Cantina comes October 6th. If you haven't gotten, go on Dolphi.com right now and get the Cantina code. I'll also place it below here on all the things that I do. It says a Cantina on October 16th at Stitch Bar and Lounge, located in New York. I really wish they would come to the Chicago area. I would totally go then and screw around and screw with Musco. That'd be great. We have a special guest attending who will provide insight about Game Update 5.6, a traitor among the Chiss. Members from the SWTOR dev team, including myself, Keith, will be there. We can't wait to meet you. Lots of free swag, food, drinks to share, and friends and guildmates. I said United Forces Foundation, like I had talked about. Game Update 5.5 will come October 10th. United Forces Formation, when they copy all the stuff and bring it over to the new servers, will happen October 24th. And November 8th, like I said, in 5.5.1, United Forces goes live when we have the 5 brand new servers going on, and we hope that nothing dies. During that time, it says we will, for a full week, we are bringing back double rewards, XP, Command XP, Valor, and Requisition. And it said just simply log into play and qualify for the new mini mogul pets, inspired by one of our classic operations by Kuraga, the Unyielding, the Unpampered, the Unwiped. Unlock new achievements when you complete the multiplayer activities. Okay, so November 28th, which I think is a weird date to launch this, since it's so shortly after Thanksgiving. I don't know about this. I feel like something's going to happen. This is going to be pushed back. I'm just saying, because we are getting into holiday season hardcore at this point. And Christmas time is when a lot of people take time off, especially after Christmas. Which, if any of us were here for the, the Revan expansion, and they took time off in Christmas, and then all hell broke loose within the game. Oh, I remember those days. That was fun. Yeah. So I think that's a really weird date, since it's so shortly after Thanksgiving. But at least we'll have something to do for those people who have the time off. But 5.6, a traitor among the Chiss. On November 28th, we're going to get the new 3rd boss encounter for Gods of the Machine Op. New flashpoint on Capero. Find out what Theron's been up to with the Chiss, little douchebag. A new PvP map, a new GSF map set over Iocaf. The group finder revamp, class balance changes, and nerf bats galore. Launch of the legacy wipe currencies, so you can just run around naked in your bed with all your currencies. It's gonna be great.
Oh, I can't wait. Bring it, baby.
Galactic Command upgrade disintegrate system. Ensign Rania Temple. I totally butchered that name. I apologize. Returns. Yay, Temple. She's cute. In distribution of special United Forces rewards. Yay. And also coming up in 5.6.1 on December 12th is the 6-year SWTOR anniversary. I've been in for 5. At this point, I've been in for 5 years. I missed the mark where I got that cool deco that says, hey, you've been here since the beginning. I missed it by a year. Also coming out of quality of life changes, which I'm sure they'll elaborate on later. The 6-year anniversary celebration and a Wookiee Life Day celebration begins. Oh, I can't wait for Life Day. Throw all my snow at all the things. It said also look ahead in early 2018. The conclusion to this chapter of the story is coming, where the traitor reveals his true plan once and for all via a new flashpoint. The final bosses and details about Master Mode for gods from the machine operation are coming, and the upgraded conquest system and new daily activity system. Oh, goody, gumdrops! With great rewards, more multiplayer gameplay experiences with PvP and PvE. And they just go on talking about how they've really been working on trying to increase communication with us, the fan base, which is all good. So the roadmap sounds like a lot of good things there. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you're looking forward to it. Give me your comments in the comment sections below, and we'll talk about those. I want to hear what you guys have to say on that as well. So I'm looking forward to. One of the things I'm kind of like, well, they're wrapping up the chapters here, and that's really nice. I'm glad they're doing that but I would have really enjoyed if they teased a little bit more or at all about a new expansion. That would have been nice. I'm looking forward to a new expansion. I don't know about you guys, something to look forward to, because I think we're all done with the Knights of the Eternal Throne crap. I think we all are. I mean, I think it's cool. I love the storyline. It was great, but they also alluded during the live stream that, yes, we are going to start going back to our former factions, which is good. I'm looking forward to see how that's going to play out. Seeing that, you pretty much are the most powerful faction in the world, in the galaxy right now, and how's that all going to work out? And I think that's what a big thing they have going on over there at BioWare too, is like, well, we created this giant story, and now we have to figure out how to get away from it. We created it's still giant. Now we have to try to figure out how to get away with it to make people happy again. So that's the thing. But my friends, it's been so good to be back again and talking to you and just having fun and being you guys are amazing. The support I've had and have gotten from people from my community, from the SWTOR community in general, has been just amazing, and I am so humbled by it. Like I said, a lot of new things coming down the road. Hopefully I'll be a lot more responsible with them and not overwhelm myself to the point where I just run away screaming. But guys, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me, DM me or whatnot. Let's start a conversation about it all. You never know. You also see me on Reddit a lot. I'm there doing my own usual shenanigans as well. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at Boomy Nation, and make sure to follow the YouTube channel Boomy Nation as well. That's the same name there, for all kinds of new funs, walkthroughs, and just me being a complete dork hat. But my friends, men, may your beards grow long and full, and Boomy's vixens, stay sexy. My friends, have yourself a great rest of the week. Have a great weekend. And remember, be kind to one another. We all share this space. Don't be douchebags. We'll talk to you later. Guys, many beard blessings to you.
Oh, it's good to be back. I love this chair. Hey, why are there more straps? Oh, I like this. It has more straps on it. That's nice. One could say that while you're doing this show, someone could crawl under that. Well, we gotta go. Bye.
Well, that's right, folks. It's the end of the show. If you want to contact the show, email us at theboomyshow@gmail.com. If you want to find us on Twitter, @BoomyNation. Marvel's here at Twisted Minds Network. We thank you for your support and for your love. Now, put the horns up. Remember, it's all about community and love. Oh, and if you want to be part of the Boomy Nation growing family, follow us at twitch.tv/Boomy Nation. Be part of a growing family and an amazing experience. We'll talk to you later.
This has been a production of Twisted Minds Network.